In this video, we're going to walk through how to install Tenable Nessus on Windows using PowerShell and Tenable Vulnerability Management. The first thing we want to do is let's go to the help files, and I'm going to show you where that resource is. So click in help and then search Tenable help, resource links, Tenable documentation. And if you're watching the series, you see I go here a lot. And then once I'm in documentation, I find it easier to go for the agents to go to product documentation, other products, Tenable agent. And you'll see here we have the Tenable agent documentation. I'm going to go to the HTML version, so it just opens in the browser. I'm going to click uninstall, and then I'm going to go to the left menu because it brings me to all the things that I'm looking for. And I'm going to choose the remove Tenable agent, and then immediately comes up and how to uninstall Tenable on Windows. So it references this MSI package. So I'm going to give you a couple of ways to walk through this, because you can download the package, but there's a way to uninstall Tenable without having to download the package, because you need to understand what I guess it's what's called the software identity registry is. So let's go to that part. And what we're going to do is open PowerShell, and we're going to run as administrator. Now, you may be doing this in your remote deployment tool if you're already working in the industry and you're doing Tenable deployments. So the same script you can actually input into your remote deployment tool, provided that it does do PowerShell or command line. So they've given us the command line version. So we're going to take this and we're going to copy this to start off. I'm going to put this into Notepad++, and I'm just going to start with a clean window. The reason why is because I want to show you the entire path to do every part of this exercise. So this is going to be the command line version, and we're going to create a PowerShell version of this also. Notice that this is a capital X. That's very important. And so you understand context. MSI exec is the Windows installer. Let's see if I can get that to open. So if you ever need to understand how this works, you can look at the syntax for these commands, and you see uninstall is a /X. This looks like a lowercase x here, but just be mindful. In this is a uppercase X that Tenable is using. You will see that at times when using or creating uninstall scripts for this application and others. Let's close this for the moment. And I do want to go to the Tenable downloads. So I'm going to go back to the Tenable console. I'm going to choose sensors. I'm going to go to the sensors I have here. I'm going to click add Nessus agent. The main thing I'm looking for here is the actual path for the Nessus agents. I'm going to scroll down to the right hand side. I'm going to click the downloads page, and I'm going here because I could download the agent, but remember, I'm teaching how to do this remotely, because in most enterprise environments and most jobs, you're going to be doing this through a remote deployment tool, not on the main tool. That's why I'm helping you to develop your script. So once I click on Tenable Nessus Agent, you can see the agent version that I'm going to want to download for Windows is going to be right here, Nessus Agent 11.2.1.msi. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to agree to the terms, and I'm going to download this because I just want the name right now. So I'm going to close that. Now that I've copied the name, I'm going to take that and I'm going to drop that in my notepad with my script also. So now that I have that, so now this is going to allow me to build the script that I'm looking for. But I still need one more element, and that's the actual location of the Tenable Nessus file or the Tenable Nessus agent file in the cloud, so that I can download and reference it using what's called an Invoke-WebRequest or curl commands. But these are literally, instead of clicking with your mouse to download, these are commands you use to download software or other things remotely using script. I'm going to click on Tenable Nessus, and then I'm going to click on the download by curl. And I already have this documented, but I want to make sure I reference this in videos. And you've seen it if you watch the series, but I want to copy all of this. Actually, let's just take all of that script and we'll extract the parts that we need. So now I'm going to press enter, scroll down. So now that I have it, and the main thing I need is right here. This is the location of the Tenable Nessus download file. So I don't need the name, because this is the Nessus scanner versus the Nessus agent. So I'm going to simply do a replace. I like that. And I'm using Notepad++, by the way. So Control C, and then I'm going to highlight the portion that I need here. And I'm going to do a Control H, and I'm going to paste. And so I'm going to replace that and that. But I don't need this entire script because I'm not going to use the curl command. I'm going to actually use a couple different commands. So now that I've got this, let's go ahead and start on this third line. Let's go ahead and start building out the commands. So the first one is right here. I'm going to use this command. So MSI exec, that's X, Nessus agent 11.2 or whatever.msi. Now, the thing is, we haven't downloaded this file. So if it's on a remote machine, we're going to need to download it first if we're going to reference the uninstall script. So what we're going to do is we're going to go C:/Windows temp. because this is the location that I plan to download the Nessus agent to. So now that I've got this, I'm going to go ahead and write the PowerShell command that I'm going to use to download the agent also. So it's going to be Invoke-WebRequest. And I think that's all lowercase. I'm going to put that lowercase, web request minus attack URI, which is the location of the file. And this is where this comes in handy. It's going to be location there. And then you have to specify what you want it to be called when it downloads, what the final name is, because it doesn't have to keep the original name. So we're going to say out file, and I also forgot my double quotes here. So let's make sure we put those in, and right before the HTTPS, and then out file, and then we're going to double quotes, and we're just going to tell it the name. And remember, it's going to be C:\Windows temp Nessus Agent MSI. So this is the actual destination. And then once we do it, we're going to reference it, but I'm going to change this over from command line to PowerShell. So we're going to take start process -wait, because we want it to do the installation, but we don't want it to proceed until it's completely finished the installation, because you won't have visibility to this. And sometimes it can cause problems. You can run a command and it'll immediately run another command right afterwards, and it just can cause problems. So you want to use the minus or -wait parameter to ensure that you could actually complete one task before moving on to the other. And then at this point, we want to reference, we're going to like the process or the executable that we want to call, which is going to be msiexec.exe. So we're going to call msiexec.exe. And we'll put this in double quotes just to be safe. And then at that, we want to add the argument list, which is the list of parameters we're going to pass to the MSI command. So we call the command, but we want it to do these other things. And so it needs more information. So we're going to give it the additional information, and we're going to call it argument list is the parameter that we use in PowerShell. And then we're going to put a double quotes, excuse me. And now this is where we need to reference the /x. So I'll copy that. And then we want to put the location, which is going to be C:\Windows temp MSI. And we learned about sometimes if you need to use double quotes in your script, we can use the escape character, which is right there. It's on the same key as the tilde key right above the tab key. So if we need to put double quotes in because there's a space here, we can literally do like this plus double quotes, and that makes that a literal double quote in the command will execute. But in this situation, since we're not using the space, we don't have to, but just so you know about it. So anyway, we've got this. There's no space in the file path. If it was like program files or something like that, you would need to definitely have double quotes around it. And so you would need to use that technique I told you. So now that we have this in place, argument list /x, the path, we also need to add a QN for quiet and no user interface. We don't want anything to pop up on the user's screen, and no restart. Don't restart their machine. So this should be a working script that we can use to download the Tenable executable. And by the way, there's another method I'm going to show you after this one, so stay tuned. So that doesn't require you to download it, but I want to make sure you at least know the standard way that's referenced by the documentation first. But first, let's test the base command. Okay, so msiexec, if we run this, and I'm going to run it without the quiet and I like to test my scripts locally before. So I'm going to take the quiet and take this out for a second. And what it should do is when I run this in PowerShell, it should prompt me to uninstall. Okay, so that way I know I have a working script at this point, because if I click yes, it's going to uninstall PowerShell. Also on my machine, I'm going to show you add remove programs. I want to show you the actual name of Nessus. This is going to be important for the second method of uninstalling it without having to reference the executable. Okay, so if we go down to Tenable, there is no reference to Tenable. Is there a reference to Nessus? There it is right there. So this is important because there are multiple ways you can actually reference this name and do another type of uninstall using WMI. Not going to show this video. If you need to see that, hit me up. I'll do a video on that one. But that's important to know, Nessus Agent, because this is what you need to reference. And there's also the agent version number and the minor version number also. So anyway, back to our script. Now that I know that works, the first thing, I'm going to test this one by one. So I'm going to, and this is incorrect. I did do one thing wrong. I don't want to do a no quiet restore because I'm just downloading the agent, not installing it. So no, actually that is the installation. I'm sorry, I'm tripping. So I got my download right here, and I'm going to go ahead and copy this. And I'm going to clear this out because I've actually done most of these exercises. So if I go to C:\Windows temp, it should be there already. So let's just go to PowerShell and let's see if I have Nessus in my downloads folder already, because I want to delete it for this exercise. I'm going to open PowerShell and run as administrator. I'm going to go and navigate to C:\Windows temp. I'm going to do a dir *NESSUS*. So I can see that it's already there in the folder. So I'm just going to delete it. So del NESSUS, Nessus Agent, MSI. Now I'm going to directory. Okay, so it's gone. So I'm going to clear the screen. And now if my download works correctly, then I'll be able to download the agent, and then I'm going to be able to perform the uninstall. So let's go ahead and start it. All right, so you can see the download is working. We'll wait for a second for that to complete. Okay, looks like we're finished. And so the next thing you want to do is let's do a directory. Okay, so now we've got the latest agent downloaded at this point. So next we want to test our removal script. Double checking my syntax, everything looks good. I need to run this silently at this point. So I'm going to use the second one on my list. I'm going to paste that, and I'm going to show you in real time. I'm going to start it, but I want you to see in add remove programs if this disappears. Actually, it's a couple of ways. Let's go to the actual directory where Nessus Agent is located. All right, so we have a C:\program files Tenable, and it's important that you know where this is located. So I'm just going to leave this on the screen. And if the script works, we should see this disappear. So I'm going to hit enter, and it shouldn't stop. You won't see the Windows prompt, the PS C:\Windows temp, until after this is actually removed. Okay, so you see what happened is the prompt finally came back, and look what's happened. There's no Nessus folder. So the installation was successful. And honestly, I think I'll do a separate video because this is the default way. This is probably the method that you want to use most of the time. So let's stop here and I'll create a new video. Actually, nah, we're going to go ahead and do it. I'll reference it here, but I'll probably do a separate video from the beginning showing it. So in order to do this, I need to uninstall the Nessus Agent. So let's do that quickly. Also, one thing to note is I should have unlinked it from the console. The instructions are there. And I have a video. If you look at the previous videos, I have a video on how to unlink and link and stuff like that. But I need to make sure that you do go through the process of unlinking. And you can also, in the console, prior to doing uninstall, you can actually just click on the agent that you want to, and you can click unlink in the console. So you don't have to do that through code. You can just unlink it here, even if you've already uninstalled it. And in this situation, you'll see I have 8 computers. I now should have 7 if it unlinked itself. And see, you notice that even though I didn't run the unlinking command, it is now unlinked from the console. But back to our script, we want to take this. This is the installation script that I ran before. Because I installed this in C:\Windows temp, let's make sure I'm referencing the same version of the file. It is. I'm going to do a quick reinstall. Once again, quietly. I still did not put something very important in here. I want to put a start process -wait in here. This is an improvement from last time. Always want to use the dash or attack wait. Now I'm going to press enter. And on this script, this is a great opportunity because I get a chance to show you where, see the groups parameter. I need to escape, which means that this is a actual command parameter in PowerShell. So I need to put the backtick in front of that double quote called a backtick. And now I need to put backticks in front of all of these because it makes them literal double quotes. And notice how all my syntax is blue, and PowerShell is letting me know that, hey, something's not quite right, my friend. So that's why you see the color change in PowerShell. So you can kind of see everything I got here. I do need to get a new linking key. So let's go ahead and grab my linking key, and I'm going to backspace this out and paste a new Nessus key. Now when I run this, all right, that lets me know that I have something wrong in my syntax. Let's double check everything. And I'm going to run a clear command. All right, so now this is my full command again. All right, I can see that I have a extra character after groups. I have an actual A that I typed there on accident, and we're officially on the move. I'm going to bring this up again because just like before, I should now see the agent reappear, but this will complete first. And notice how my mouse is moving. So I'm running this locally. There's the Nessus agent already installed. And so now we're going to get a chance to go into the registry, and I'm going to show you how to find the registry key, because downloading Tenable and trying to find the installation files, that's not ideal to me. And so what I've learned is to be able to use what's called the software identifier. Let me know if I said that incorrectly, but you'll see in the registry to figure out exactly how to uninstall this. So I'm going to first open registry editor. Now that I've reinstalled Tenable, there it is. That's working. Let's see if it linked to the console. Let's make sure we're all the way back up again. There we have 7, and we still have 7. So this is consistently something I've seen. And if you see something incorrect with my command, but I followed this to the letter, when I try to do the linking to the console, I can tell you what's wrong right there. That is wrong. My Nessus server entry, this should be sensor.cloud.tenable.com. So that's where I messed up. So disregard that, but here's the correct key, just so you know, and that should be port 443. So that was absolutely a mistake on my part. So that's why I probably didn't automatically link to the console. Make sure you document that for your records. But anyway, now that we have it installed, I do need to link it to the console. But for the sake of this exercise, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the uninstall. So let's go to the registry. We're going to type regedit, and you will need access. And you can't do this via command line, but I'm just going to show you how to do this the quick way. I'm going to go to the top of my HKey local machine software. I'm going to do an edit and find, and I'm going to type Tenable, and I'm just going to click search. So what I'm looking for is what's called the software identifier, and this is the Tenable Nessus scanner, not the Nessus agent. So be mindful of that. I'm going to press F3 to search the registry again. Okay, so I think I found what I'm looking for. You notice this is related to Tenable. It was interesting. I find this, but Tenable right there. I don't know if that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to keep going until I get a solid entry where it says Tenable. And I'm just going to skip to the HKey local machine software, Microsoft Windows current version uninstall folder to see if I can actually find the agent installation string here. All right, so this is exactly what I'm looking for. So you see all the work that we did previously. Here's the uninstall string. And you see this identifier. Now, this is the Nessus agent, this identifier. So this is actually the uninstall string that doesn't require me to go through the process of downloading the binary. So everybody who left the video prior to this, hey, sorry, you should watch the whole video sometimes. All right. But anyway, I'm going to probably do a separate video just showing this because I think this will be helpful. But this is the string that we want. So instead of doing all of that stuff we did before, let's go ahead and we're going to use our Notepad++ to formulate a new command. We'll take the existing command that we had before. Just going to paste this down here, and we need to format it. So we'll start the start process with all of this. Copy this. Going to move this down right before it, and we're just going to take this parameter and we're going to replace everything after the X except the switches, the quiet, no restart, the quiet, no interface, no restart. So let's see if this actually works just as easy as we did before. So we're going to get rid of this. Control A is this PowerShell. Clear. And I'm going to paste this command. And I'm going to press, I need to bring this up because we want to test it. There's Nessus. I'm going to go up one folder so we can see it because I don't want to be in the folder because sometimes it may not uninstall the folder if it sees you're accessing it. And I have the wait there. So let's press enter. It's not going to go anywhere until it finishes the process. So that's why we always want that tac wait in there. Just going to move that over just a little bit so you can see everything. Now I suspect that something's not right because this is taking a while. I want to do some troubleshooting by taking off the quiet, and let's see if, okay, so that did execute. Okay, it did bring up the Tenable uninstall. That looks good. I'm happy to see that. I want to try one more thing too. I want to put in the brackets. If you notice in the registry, it has these brackets around it. And notice there's no space. Okay, so I'm going to make sure this command does mimic what we actually have here. Let's double check it. I did take off the brackets, so let's just copy this as it is. It's also a capital X. So let's replace that, paste this here. And let's double check because we may need to escape the back, like put backticks in front of those brackets to make sure it works. So let's go back to PowerShell. Let's clear. All right, let's paste it again. Let's see if that actually executes with the brackets and brings up the Tenable. Well, actually, that looks like that's off to the races already because I did leave the quiet and no restart. And as you can see, we are successful. So for those of you that made it to the end of the video, like that will help save you some time. Just keep in mind that identifier may change. So this is why using the executable is probably going to be the most reliable way to do it because this may change based on the version of Tenable you have. And if you're uninstalling multiple versions of Tenable, then this could be problematic because you may or may not know the ID, or you may have to run some kind of script to actually like iterate through the IDs to see which ones actually exist. But I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to check out some other videos in the Tenable series, and see you on the next one.